It has not benefited me in my career. Priyanka has always been a very big support. ऐसा कोई flip side भी नहीं हुआ मेरे साथ. So I think it's my own battle. I've never asked her for help.
And then she has a mind of her own as well.
I think that's a very Chopra trait.
That's a very Chopra trait?
Yeah.
Okay. What sort of equation do you have with Parineeti?
Hi guys, this is Meera Chopra and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon.
You've done several big films down south. You work with the likes of Pawan Kalyan, who's a superstar. My question to you is that many people feel that they will get salvation if they get recognized in the Hindi film industry, and maybe they take their south career for granted. Do you feel that the case is somewhat similar in your case as well? Because you could have done many more South Indian films
Yes,
as well.
no, it was not the case with me. What happened with me was I ended up doing very similar movies in South. I was doing only masala, big commercial films. And I think as a person, I was not like that. I wanted more. And by the time, I did some 20 odd films, I was done. I was earning money, but I was not feeling happy about it. So it was a very conscious effort to get away from South. Because I just didn't want money. I wanted job satisfaction. In fact, South chhod ke, I wanted to go back to New York and start doing my job because I realized that was giving me much more happiness.
Oh, okay.
I was working in New York before I started working in South. I had emailed my company, and that was the entire process I was doing after working South. Bollywood.
What exactly were you?
I was working in New York. I was working in Verizon Wireless. I've done my master's from Michigan. So I was heading their advertising team. So yeah, I wanted to go back there, but then I just thought कि एक बारी हिंदी में try कर लेती हूँ because acting was something I love acting. I love being in front of camera. It's just that I was not getting that kind of work in South. हिंदी में आके भी एक बहुत conscious decision था कि I want to do something which will make me happy because I don't want to do the same mistake I did in South. I don't want to get frustrated and and get away with it. So उस वजह से my struggle also became very long. I've been struggling till today. It's not easy to say no to work when you have no work.
I can understand that.
काम नहीं है और जो काम आ रहा है तुम उसको भी मना कर देते हो.
Film industry is glamorous. People think that it is all roses. Everything is hunky dory. People are smiling and they're happy. But the fact is that it's extremely competitive. It can be very tough, and a lot of people, they get into depression. That the biggest of stars, they tend to get into depression, and it's not easy to come out of it.
Yes.
What is it that you did that helped you just stay afloat mentally and to stay interested in what you do?
I think that's family is always a great support when you're not doing very good in your personal life and professional life. I am ambitious, but I'm not fiercely ambitious to get depressed when I'm not getting what I want. So I was just going on trying, but I always knew कि अगर मुझे नहीं मिलेगा तो मैं छोड़ दूँगी. I will end up doing something else. So I didn't make this my universe, and I didn't make this my entire bread and butter.
You said 1920 happened 2.5 years back. So what exactly did you do in that time period? Do you have hobbies that you pursue? How do you just keep yourself motivated? Because for any creative person, it's important to stay stimulated. I believe you like to travel as well.
I did a lot of traveling in between. I was just planning to do a production course from New York. In between, I started one film also with Arjun Rampal. We shot for 3-4 months, and it still needs to be shot
Nastik.
more. Nastik.
Supposed to release in 2018.
Yeah.
And okay.
It's a very strange thing about this industry and this city. Even though you're not working, you feel you're constantly working because you're constantly seeking, you're constantly looking for things, you're constantly meeting producers, directors, you're doing your auditions. I think it's a never-ending battle that you fight with yourself.
Now you have Priyanka Chopra as your cousin. Parineeti is there as well. What sort of advantage is it there to have a well-known sister like Priyanka, or do you think that there are flip sides to that as well?
It has not benefited me in my career, and it has not even ऐसा कोई flip side भी नहीं हुआ मेरे साथ. Priyanka has always been a very big support. In fact, she keeps asking me, babe, if you want something, let me know. If you need something, let me know. So एक moral support है, I know. If I need some advice, she's always a call away. But I've never asked her for help because I strongly feel that's not gonna help me because people will just not cast me because प्रियंका ने उनको फ़ोन कर दिया या तो मैं सिर्फ प्रियंका की बहन हूँ. अगर ऐसा होता तो I think every actor's son or daughter would have been a superstar today. So I think it's my own battle. It's my destiny, and I am meeting right kind of people. People who want to cast me, they will anyways cast me. They're not gonna cast me because I'm Priyanka's sister or she's gonna call them. Even though I know she's always a help away, I've never asked her for help. But model support एक होता ही है that if I get into any kind of trouble or if I really need some help, she's always a call away. I think that's the only benefit.
At the beginning of your career, your films were doing very well, and maybe at that point of time, Priyanka's movies in Hindi, they were not doing that well. So I think it's people assume that it's always going to be one-way traffic, but it's not, because there are certain highs that you've seen that maybe people in Mumbai are not aware of.
I feel यहाँ पे हर एक के लिए काम है और लोग बोलते हैं कि अगर 3 बहनें हैं तो कंपटीशन होगा, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. आई थिंक आई एम गोना कार्व माई ओन नीश. कभी मेरा टाइम बहुत अच्छा होगा, कभी किसी का नहीं अच्छा होगा, कभी किसी का अच्छा होगा, मेरा नहीं होगा. वी ऑल हैव आवर ओन डेस्टिनीज और कोई कंपटीशन नहीं है. यहाँ पे सबके लिए बहुत सारा काम है.
And when you see Priyanka's struggle and her graph, the way things have been, because
It looks like a dream.
yeah,
What she has done, what she has achieved. I've literally seen her from winning that Miss World competition, from there to where she is right now. So it looks like a dream journey. Not everybody can do it. I cannot do it. She's a very hardworking girl. Yeah, I think kudos to her for achieving what she has achieved.
and then she has a mind of her own as well, and she likes to say what she wants to say, and she tends to get into trouble as well.
I think that's a very Chopra trait.
That's a very Chopra trait.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I tell you, my first movie, which I did in Tamil, and we were doing interviews after the film, and my director told me, he's like, either learn to be diplomatic or don't be in this industry. Because I used to go for all the interviews, and I used to be really honest, and I don't have filter when I talk. I literally don't. अब तो बहुत सीख गई हूँ, बहुत साल हो गए. But he literally told me either learn to be diplomatic or just don't be in this industry. You will not be able to survive. So I think that's a very Chopra trait. We talk what's there. हम दिल की बात बोल देते हैं.
No, but for example, recently when in Los Angeles, she was there at that event, and suddenly this girl, she just rose up, and
Yeah.
whatever happened after that, and it became into a huge controversy.
Yes, it did.
To tackle these situations, it's not easy because it's getting
Yeah,
cosmopolitan,
because she's
it's getting international.
she's become so big that she's constantly into that limelight. Everything that she says, it's been वो उसको I think एक microscopic level से देखा जाता है. I think that's the disadvantage of being such a huge star, that you really have to think and talk. You just cannot say anything, even though I firmly believe she didn't say anything wrong.
Or tweet as well.
Yeah.
What about Parineeti? So Parineeti started with a bang, and she has faced tough times as well professionally. What sort of equation do you have with Parineeti?
I don't have a very strong equation with her, honestly. It's been since childhood. I was always much more closer to Priyanka's family. But yeah, I have seen her journey, and you're right, she started with a bang, but in between, somewhere it got lost. But I think she's back again. She's doing amazing films.
Girl in the Train.
Yeah, Girl in the Train is looking
Saina.
very interesting. I really feel she's a very good actress.
She is, yeah.
She is. It's just one right move and you're back in the game, I feel. This is what Bollywood is all about.
And what are you doing next after this?
I just started shooting for this web series for Amazon called Kamathipura. It's a very hard-hitting show on Kamathipura, Bombay. You guys must be knowing it. So it's on prostitution and how girls are got into it, and when they oppose, how they are brutally murdered. They are literally murdered, and they are just thrown on the street. So it's again based on real cases. I'm playing a cop in that show, so it's very interesting. Hi guys, this is Meera Chopra and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon.